At 9 o'clock in the morning, the landowner was passing through the marketplace and saw some people standing around doing nothing. So he hired them, telling them he would pay them whatever was right at the end of the day. So they went out to work at the vineyard. At noon and again at 3 o'clock, he did the same thing. At 5 o'clock that afternoon, he was in town again and saw some more people standing around. He asked them, "Why haven't you been working today?" They replied, "Because no one hired us." The landowner told them, "Then go out and join the others in my vineyard." That evening, he told the foreman to call the workers in and pay them, beginning with the last workers first. When those hired at 5 o'clock were paid, each received a full day's wage. When those hired first came to get their pay, they assumed they would receive more money. But they too were paid a day's wage. When they received their pay, they protested to the owner. "Those people worked only 1 hour, and yet you have paid them as much as you paid us, who worked all day in the scorching heat." He answered one of them, "Friend, I haven't been unfair. Didn't you agree to work all day for the usual wage? Take your money and go. I wanted to pay this last worker the same as you. Is it against the law for me to do what I want with my money? Should you be jealous because I am kind to others? So those who are last now will be first, and those who are first will be last." But are we so different? Imagine I work a great day, 12-hour shift, I get paid, I go to the gym after work, feel pretty good about myself, I make myself a nice meal, I open social media. Somebody my age with millions of dollars, next post. Somebody my age with a better physique than me, next post. Somebody my age eating a gourmet steak, next post. Somebody my age engaged. I close the app and I feel worse about myself. Why? Because I've compared myself to their lives. Why? Why do we do it? It's a lack of gratitude, and it's an expectation issue, right? When we compare ourselves, we have these expectations, we're never going to be satisfied. It's always going to be the next thing, the next thing. You get a new pair of shoes, well, what do I get next? When's the new phone? When's the new computer? When's the new car? When's the new house? When's the yacht? You know, these things are fleeting. It's very fleeting. And so the standard should be nothing. It should be nothing. If we can find a way to be grateful, to just be alive, and that's it, what a beautiful life that would be. And that's not so far-fetched. I think of my family in Italy. Every time I visit them, they are over the moon. Just to be with family, to be with friends, to break bread, a simple meal, nothing crazy. And I admire that. You know, every time you travel, you meet Europeans or people from different countries, and they're just at peace, you know? And everyone has their issues, of course. I'm not naive to this. But in those moments, they're present, and they just enjoy themselves. Nothing more is needed, nothing less. And so that has to become the standard. A lot of these videos I make for myself, right? I need to wake up every day and just be grateful. Why wouldn't I be? I have everything I need. And even if I didn't, I should still find a way to be grateful, because then I would live an incredible life. My standard for everything would be so diminished. And it's not to say don't want things for yourself. That's different. That's a different story. I'm saying the materialistic things, the fleeting things, the things that will never sincerely fulfill you. Let go of those. Don't have expectations. It's not fair to you. And even expectations in others, it's not fair to them. And so, you know, the grass is always greener. It always will be greener. There's always going to be somewhere out there with a more attractive girlfriend or a better car. But it doesn't matter if you love yours, word to J. Cole. But I also want to say that comparison against your past, comparison against your future, is also unfair to yourself. You're not that person anymore, whether it's detrimental to you or whether it was somebody that you wish you were again. It's the past. It's not the now. Same thing goes for your future. These things that you want for yourself, they're not you right now. It's good to be ambitious about them, but don't get so caught up in it that you lose the now. Right now is the present. That's why they call it a gift. I got that backwards. Right now is a gift. That's why they call it the present. But it's true. Imagine you are on your deathbed and you look back and your whole life was just lack of presence. You know, you just didn't have any moments where you lived the now because you were always thinking about what was behind you or was next. And this is hard, right? But I think if you can find a way to just say, I'm grateful for everything. And gratitude is a real thing. It really is. There was a stretch in my life where every day, the first thing that I made myself say out loud was, I am grateful to wake up today and to be alive. When I did that, I don't know what was going on. That was a really good time in my life. Now, things are going to get hard for sure. I mean, it's happened to me. It will happen to everyone. I'll have even way harder moments than I've dealt with so far. But trying to find the silver lining is crucial. It sounds cliche, it's whatever. But why would you not instill mental habits that are beneficial to you? So I look at these vineyard workers. They're blessed. They have the opportunity to work. That's simply all they wanted. And yet it's what was given to someone else that caused them to be upset. This was written forever ago, and this is still pertinent today. Probably a lot more that I wanted to say, but I think I got my general point across. So in these videos, I'll try to be more authentic, more like myself. And in the other videos, I'll put the personality on display and let you see the knowledge that I have in my brain. But yeah, what a great parable. I yapped on a little bit too long, but you get the idea. Thanks for watching. Until next time, we out.